All right, Shalawam, Shalawam. First and foremost, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, by ahchyam, Yahushai, by ahchyam Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Excuse me, it's my chair. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and Ruel. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And I just wanted to do a real quick video to the point on something I was thinking about earlier today. Really, it just came to mind I think like an hour ago. But yeah, I was just thinking of a couple things, and the thought came to mind, when I was meditating on the Lord and the scriptures. And real quick, just to keep it routine, I've been doing this the beginning of my videos. In case any new people listening, you can rewind the video back, and what I said in the beginning, all right, was Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And in case you don't know, Yahweh is the name of who the world ignorantly calls God. His name means he is. Yah means he. Hawa means is. All right. And Yahweh Shai is the name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right. And Yah means he. And Hawa Shai means saves or delivers, because he's going to save and deliver the hopeful elect out of the nation of Israel. And the nation of Israel being you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and anybody else whose spirit truly resonates with these words. You are the true Israelites of the Bible, God's chosen people. Now, with that being said, this video, the topic, like I said, I got it like an hour ago. It's going to be, the title is going to be something along the lines of the Lord, the Lord knows if you're giving it, the Lord knows if you're giving it your full effort. So don't fake, there's no point to fake, pretty much that's what the video is about, man. The Lord knows you're giving it your full effort. So there's no point to fake anything. All right. And along those same lines, giving it your full effort is really a sign of self-love. All right. Yeah. Not like this world says, this world is unbalanced, right? So they'll try to take one thing and tell you that that's all life is about. They'll try to sum the Most High up into one word, love. They try to sum the Lord up, say that the Lord is all love, which that's not true. It's not. It doesn't say that in the scriptures. He's not all love. All right. Okay. The scriptures speak about his jealousy and how he judges people. All right. And he is angry with the wicked every day. So the Lord is not all love. Okay. And he does show love, though, to his chosen, to the Israel, specifically the elect in Israel. But my main point is that what? Just speaking on the word love, we should, like I said, there's no point to fake this truth, fake being in the ministry, or fake giving it your full effort. There's no point to fake anything, because the only person you're fooling is yourself. You're not fooling the Most High. All right. You're not fooling Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're not fooling anybody but yourself. And really giving something your all, that's self-love. That's a sign of self-love, man. All right. And we obviously we should love ourselves. All right. A part of the reason we should love ourselves is that's gratitude. All right. We should, if you're not showing yourself love, then that's kind of like being ungrateful to the Lord who has given you this life. All right. This chance at, salvation. We're in a grace period. All right. It's not the time to be lazy and undisciplined. We need to show ourselves love and be real with ourselves. And before I get the scriptures, I had two quotes on what I'm saying. And one of these I've been meditating on every day. This is, all right, Morgan Miles. It says, discipline is the strongest form of self-love. It is ignoring current pleasures for bigger rewards to come. Right? When I heard this saying, it kind of flipped a switch in my head, man. Discipline is the strongest form of self-love. It is ignoring current pleasures for bigger rewards to come. All right. And what does that make you think of when you get in the gym? All right. When you get in the gym and you're disciplined and consistent in the gym. All right. And we know the scriptures say bodily exercise doth profit a little. All right. But it still profits. So it's still extremely beneficial for us while we're in this flesh. I myself been I'm saying these things to myself first and foremost, because I struggle with, or rather I lack consistency in the gym, and working out. And I was just these type of words, man, were just shifting certain things in my mind, or are, because hey man, I'm still trying to get the, get the discipline and the consistency level higher, because these words are to myself first and foremost, man. This life that we live is a constant work of progress. It's a constant, struggle to get better through our faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But a part of getting better is what? Self-love, man. Discipline is the strongest form of self-love. We got to love ourselves, okay? Not in a cocky or prideful manner, not like a narcissist, all right? But being grateful. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai created us, man, all right? And if Lord willing we're part of the chosen, we got a special shot, man. We got the chance of all chances, man. So who are we to throw this away because we're being lazy and procrastinating and giving into the flesh? All right, one more quote before I get to scripture. It says, "Be true to yourself." Quotes. It says, "Nothing can be more hurtful to your heart, which is your mind, than betraying yourself." Right? Nothing can be more hurtful to your mind than betraying yourself, man. And I felt that feeling before, man. One of the biggest feelings is one of the worst things for me to feel, in my opinion. One of the worst things that hurts me when I fuck up is when I let myself down. When I let myself down. And that's one of the things that really stings. Because I know, like I said, I know when I'm being real with myself, and I know when I'm not. I know when I'm bullshitting and making excuses. But you're not fooling the Lord, you're just fooling yourself. All right, so it's time, and I say this to myself first and foremost, it's time that we, stop letting ourselves down. Don't take what the Lord is doing for us, for you, for granted, man. Right? Don't take this grace period for granted. It's time, like this world says, to lock in even more, man. That the Lord is calling all of us, man, to level up the next level. So, Salakia, if I spoke a lot in the beginning, I just wanted to get those words off before I got the scriptures. I'm going to start with Matthew 22 and 39. It says, all right, and this is going over the two greatest commandments. All right, Matthew 22, and I'm going to start at 37. It says, Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and all the prophets. So the reason I wanted to get that is to highlight verse 39, where it says, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. We know our neighbor is not literally your physical next door neighbor at wherever you stay. It's talking about your spiritual family, all right, your spiritual brothers, all right, those that are doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's our real family, okay? So your spiritual brothers, your spiritual family is your neighbor. But it said what? Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Meaning what? Just like you love yourself, you're supposed to show that same love to your brethren. But the reason I got that is proving that what? It's okay to love yourself. Okay? If you don't love yourself, how else are you going to love your neighbor like yourself? All right? So this is the true understanding of loving yourself, man, is what? Going back to these sayings. If you really love yourself, it's not like the world, man. The world tells you. The world, they really got everything backwards. You'll find a little bit of wisdom in the world, like what I'm reading right now. But pretty much they got everything else ass backwards. They'll tell you loving yourself is, hey, these people pretty much make excuses to be weak. They'll tell you loving yourself is eating whatever you want, no matter no matter the consequences. You know, they'll pretty much tell you loving yourself is indulging in pleasures. You know, pretty much that do as thou wilt, Alistair Crowley type mentality. You know, but really loving yourself is what? Is to show yourself discipline. All right, is to discipline, man. Right here, discipline is the strongest form of self-love. All right, so when the scriptures say love thy neighbor as thyself, and I got the word for love in that verse, it says agapo. It's a Greek word, agapo. It says of persons, to welcome, to entertain, to be fond of, to love dearly, to be well pleased, to be content at or what they think. In the Strong's definition, it says to love in a social or moral sense, to be loved. All right, so it says to welcome, to entertain, be fond of, to love dearly. You know, so we should be, when it says we love ourselves, you know, when I'm saying with the scriptures, when you love yourself, okay, because you love your brother, your spiritual brother like yourself, it's not from a perspective of a narcissist, right? Let me get the definition of that word real quick. Because, you know, let me see. All right. Narcissist. It says what? Personality qualities including thinking very highly of oneself, needing admiration, believing others are inferior, and lacking empathy for others. So clearly that is against what the scriptures command us to do, right? It says, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, right? And we just went to the word love, agape, which pretty much means to be fond of, you know, to be well pleased with. So we are not, like what the scriptures tell us, do not esteem yourself one above the other. All right. So we're not being a narcissist. We're showing ourselves proper love, which is what? Discipline. All right. Proper love, which is loving the Most High, like verse 37 says, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart. Okay, and we know what the scriptures say. Love the Lord is the keeping the commandments. Okay, and I'm just quoting those because I got other scriptures that I wanted to get. But yeah, that's it on that love tip. We need to show ourselves love. Show yourself love by striving to the truth until death. All right, let's do our best, man. And I say this speaking to myself. All right, showing yourself love is doing your best to be disciplined, man, to be on point in the ministry, to show the Lord that you're grateful for this life that He's given us. All right, grateful when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night, because everybody doesn't wake up in the morning and everybody's not able to go to bed at night. All right, they ask it taken to the spiritual world, man. So we gotta show the Lord that we're thankful. And by what? Showing ourselves proper love, which is discipline. Okay, trying your best to live your life with no regrets, and you have no regrets when you try your hardest. All right, because when you try your hardest, you did everything you could in your power. So if something still doesn't go right, that's simply the Lord's will. So and Lord willing, this is all connecting, because I was just, man, you thinking in the spirit, man. This is, I'm gonna get some Bible verses on the word examine. Going into what? Because I said, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai knows when we're giving this ministry our all. He knows when we're trying our hardest for Him. All right, so there's no faking it. All right, so He knows when we're trying our hardest, and we know when we're trying our hardest, man. So there's really nothing to fake. You can't fake out the Lord. You can't juke out the Lord. Okay, He knows our minds. All right, Psalms 26:2. Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart. And we know that word for heart is la'ab. So the Lord examines our minds. He examines our reins. Examine and prove goes into pretty much testing you. So the Lord knows when you're giving it your all, because He can examine our minds. our spirit, our inner man. So he knows when you're giving it your all. And he'll test you based off what you're giving him, you know? So, hey, we knowing that the Lord examines our mind, who are we to, you know what I'm saying? There's no point in faking anything, man. If you know you're not doing your best with something, then there's no point in faking it. You just gotta be honest with yourself, man up, gird thy loins, and do better. All right, and do better, man. And that doing better is what? You're showing Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that you love him. All right, because you're putting him first. All right, and you're also, and with understanding balance, you putting yourself first in the sense of you're taking care of yourself. Like I said in Matthew 22, how are you going to show your brother love if you don't even know how to show yourself love? So by showing yourself love, you really is helping out your brother, really, because you're getting better at managing yourself. So when you're with your brother, you'll really properly know how to show him love, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're with a certain brother and I don't know, maybe like for example, maybe he's trying to do a diet or something, and you see him getting weak and maybe about to eat some donuts, you tell him, hold on, bro, we can make a healthy snack real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking of examples. But that's showing your brother love. That's part of love, man. This is 2 Corinthians 13:5. It says, examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. See, so we have to examine ourselves. All right, examine our mind, examine our day. When we go to bed at night, examine our day and how we did. All right. We have to examine ourselves constantly. And a part of the examination is being real with yourself. We got to be real. Hey, I say this to myself, Lately, I just been being extra hard on myself, but really it's just being real with myself, man. It's just being real, all right? Don't lie to yourself. Don't fake yourself out. If the Lord examines our heart, our mind, he knows if we're trying our hardest. We got to examine our own thoughts and mind. And you got to cut yourself. Don't always wait for a brother to do it or wait for the Lord to do it. Sometimes you got to take the initiative and cut yourself in a spiritual sense. All right. Like Hebrews 4:12, how these words cut our spirit, meaning these scriptures tell you show you when you're going off. All right. And sometimes you got to cut yourself spiritually. You got to correct yourself. All right. Take the initiative to man up and just tell yourself in your head, that, hey, that was off. I shouldn't have done that, and then do better. So 2 Corinthians 13:5, examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. All right, prove yourself. And that word prove says to test, to examine, okay, to recognize as genuine after examination. You see? You got to test yourself. And then when you test yourself, you'll recognize, what you did in a genuine sense, man. Like, hey, I like to try to think of examples, man. I think this was a couple years ago. I can't remember if it was me or somebody else, but I know I think it was me. My memory's hazy, but through the spirit. Oh yeah, it was me, man. It was me. Yeah. Speaking of years ago at camp, or rather right before camp, you get up and, if you got camp at like 2, you try to be there around like, 1:40, 1:45, or 1:50, just to be early so you can set everything up and talk and counsel, whatever, if you need to. But I remember years ago, I used to, on camp day, I would get up. Yeah, I would get up late, man. And I would probably, if I had to be to camp at 2, I would probably wake up at like 12 and then wonder why I wasn't getting there late, but it just, it was too close. You know, it was too close for comfort. You know what I'm saying? Being I wasn't being as punctual as I could have been. You know what I'm trying to say? But I noticed that, and I fixed it. So that's the part. That's just an example, man, of examination. How we got to examine ourselves. All right, how we got to test yourself, examine yourself. All right. Again, it says to recognize as genuine after examination. Right, to prove, to deem worthy. So we got to prove ourselves. Finishing out the verse, it says, know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. And in the NLT, it says, examine yourselves to see if your faith is genuine. Test yourselves. Surely you know that Yahushua Hamashiach is among you. And hey, what does that mean? Surely you know that Yahushua is in us. Meaning what? We know, hey, we know you know yourself. When you have inner counsel in your head, man, that's you pretty much speaking with yourself one-on-one. You know yourself, man. You know if you're being real with yourself or not. All right. You know if you made just even a little mistake, that's still a mistake. So hey, we got to take the initiatives on ourselves before the Lord has to intervene. And you don't want that, man. You would rather hey, look, we gotta fix you. If you notice you're going off, man, you gotta fix that ASAP. Don't wait for a brother, or don't wait for the Lord to take means in your life. All right, because the Lord will chastise you, man. He'll whoop your ass. He won't completely destroy you, but hey, he will whip your ass, man, and it's gonna hurt. In a spiritual sense, the Lord will send you hell. All right, so it's best if we take the initiative, man. All right, it says, if not, you have failed the test of genuine faith, right? And if we have genuine faith, then let me wrap it up back where we started, man. All right, if we have genuine faith, then we're gonna the two greatest commandments. Okay, Matthew 22:37, Yahushua said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. All right. So if we got genuine faith, then we got to do this. We got to love Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai with all our heart, with all our soul, and with all our mind. And love is an action word. It's not just saying you love the Lord. We got to show it with our actions in this ministry. All right. And hey, what are the real quick? Wording it wrong. Give me 1 second. It's like love is the keeping of the commandments. All right, boom. Yep, Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Oh, this wasn't the verse, but it's okay. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So that's how we show the Lord love, is by fearing him, and his commandments is just doing what he said to do. All right, and of course we know what? Have faith. We got to have faith. You always got to bring the faith aspect into it. Okay, got to have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and try our best to live a righteous and holy life. All right, and then verse 38, and this is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So just like you love yourself, you got to love your brother. And hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. I was just going into loving yourself, man. Loving yourself comes with examining yourself, being real with yourself, and showing yourself, being disciplined for yourself, because that's the highest form of self-love. If you got a certain body you're trying to get by summertime, then you got to show yourself love. You got to resist the pleasures of the apple pie and French vanilla and ice cream and cheesecake. You got to stay on a calorie deficit and stay in the gym. that's showing yourself self-love in a physical sense. But we have to do these things spiritually, man, and physically, man, because whatever happens in your mind is going to manifest in your life. So we gotta take the initiative, man, with this ministry, with serving Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. All right, that's loving the Lord. That's showing that you love the Lord and loving yourself. Okay, we're reaping up blessings, man, and blessings in heaven. So we really got to take this serious. All right, so just to end it, man, discipline is the strongest form of self-love. It is ignoring current pleasures for bigger rewards. So Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Shalawam.